Like us to kindly jam those hands together as I invite our first speaker, Mr. Enebeli Chuckwudi, a senior advocate of Nigeria. If you want to stand to sustain the clap, you can do better till it gets here, please. Thank you so much. Can we sustain the clap, call members? Thank you.
So that I can sustain the clap at the end of the day, I also want to follow the two previous speaker. Papa we. Wow. Papa we. Wow. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, the representative of the Honorable Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, Dr. Karim Folawiyo Oladogun. You're welcome, sir. The convener, my brother and my friend, Mr. Shino Olagbende. I thank you for the privilege and opportunity to stand here to discuss and chat with future leaders, future governors, future presidents, future senators and members of respective House of Assemblies. I feel very honored to be here. Also, because I look at myself and I know that a few years ago, I also was a youth corps member in Lagos State. The special advisor had said that you guys are looking very fresh. Let you know that Lagos coppers are fresh coppers. This is Lagos. So, just on the side, I want you guys to know that in a few years' time, you can be on this side. I was a copper between 2009 and 2010, and in 15 years I'm standing before you. It also means that in a very short while, you too can also be standing in front of distinguished personalities. As the convener had said earlier on, we are not motivational speakers. We are not those that aspire to prosper. We are persons who have gone through the road, and through divine providence, God's grace, we're here today. I don't know if they're going to put on my presentation on the projector, but before they do that, or I will just try to run through it. I'm going to be speaking more of, or before I start, I want to find out, is there any lawyer in the room? How many of us? How many lawyers? Do we have good numbers? Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. I'm happy to see lawyers in the midst. So I'll try to break it down, also bring it into the legal perspective while I discuss. Only one person from Uniben. Who's the person? Okay, I think that's the best university. Yes, I believe. I heard some people talk about a university in Akoka called Moshood Abiola University. I also heard them talk about another one called OAU, somewhere in Modakeke. So it's good to see it. I feel I'm home, having lawyers and also a Uniben graduate in the room. So thank you. My topic is going to just be simple. The theme, first of all, is how to attain what only few can attain in life. That is the theme of this conference. And the topic I'm going to just try to address is standing out against all odds. Is it possible to put my presentation on the slide, on the projector? How many minutes? Or should I go ahead? Should I go ahead? Okay. Now, there's a quote that has guided me in life, and it comes from Aristotle. It says, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." Excellence is not an act, but a habit. So what we end up being what we do repeatedly. So when you see someone becoming excellent or being outstanding, is what he has done over the years. It's not magic. It doesn't happen overnight. So I'm going to treat some commandments, which I call them the 10 commandments to being outstanding. And that is one thing, those are the things that have also guided me in life. First of all, you have to set goals and strategies to attain those goals. Many of you are sitting in this room. Have you thought of what you want to do in the next 5 years? Have you thought of what you're going to do in the next 10 years? Are you just moving around and just, as they say, anywhere belle face? Is that how you are starting your life? For once, I knew I wanted to become a senior advocate of Nigeria. And I hit the ground running right from the word go. So what do you want to attain? Your school cert is just, I tell people, is your school cert or your certificate is what I say is your transport fare to where you are going to. It's the transport fare to your destination. Your certificate is your transport fare to your destination. It's not where you've not ended life by just having your certificate. What you do with that certificate to take you to the next level. So whether you like it or not, sit back. It's good you have this 1 year as youth corps members. Also use it to also draw your plans and your goals. Is it professionally? Is it your individual goals and aspiration? Think about it. Draw it up. And also beyond drawing it up, how do you want to achieve them? So it is very important. And when you also draw up that goal, after setting the goals, you have to make plans. You set your goals, you make plans. After making the plans, you get to work. Then it's also very important that you stick with those plans. Sometimes I will use this, if you want to become a senior advocate, for example, as a lawyer, you cannot say you want to go and sit down in-house and become a company secretary. So even when the opportunities come to go and make it big in the company world or the corporate world, you have to stick to those plans. Like I tell people sometimes, you don't have to enter every open door. The door may be opened, it looks good, the room is well conditioned, but you don't need to enter that room because it doesn't go with your set down plans, goals, and all. Then you also, after sticking with your goals, you also think, how do I navigate the way and reach my goal? Now, beyond setting the goal, another commandment I say is put in hard work and be diligent. Put in hard work and be diligent. Having or showing care in whatever you do. What does diligence mean? It means you should be hardworking, you should be attentive, you should be active, you should engage and strive to be better. In also being diligent, even as little as whatever task, a lot of us we're in our PPAs today. How are you performing? Do you take it that, it's just one of those things, let me just go to work today. Let me just go there, sit down, and faff around, and at the end of the day, you go. Ask yourself also, at the end of this PPA or NYSC, or your youth corps year, am I one that will want to be retained? If I was to determine my employment, will I employ myself? So it is in being diligent, you are unknowingly building a reputation for yourself. How will people assess you? As they say, there's never a second time to create a first impression. You are young, you are in a place of primary assignment. How are you performing there? Because you never can tell. That's your boss or that your colleague or that your immediate colleague in the office. You don't know where he will find himself tomorrow that he will even have to, oh, where is that guy? Where is that girl that was working with me then? Let me give an example. I jokingly tell a colleague of mine who assists me a lot. And what do I tell her? I say, oh, when I go to government house, I'm going to take you along. Why? Because she's a support to me. So the same way when you are working, you never can tell. So I also tell some of my other junior colleagues, even if you are given a job, for example, your boss says, just handle my social diary, my functions. Do it and do it very well. Because tomorrow, that same boss, you never can tell, he can find himself in government house. He can become a minister. He can be, and what will he say? Yes, I have to leave for this national assignment, but I want this person to go with me because this person knows how to organize me. People, you never can tell how diligence will actually shape your own destiny. How diligence will shape your own destiny. So it is very important that you put in hard work. We are all young. This is the time for us to work. So I advise that you hit the ground running. Then always go the extra mile. It's also very important. Don't just do the basic. Don't just do the barest minimum. The only difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the extra. Between ordinary and extraordinary is the extra. We saw the Nigerian team, how we lost out from our World Cup qualifiers. We saw our performance also at the Nations Cup last year against Cote d'Ivoire in the final, if I'm correct. It was that extra that we didn't have. And we lost both games on penalty shootouts. But you must also be result-oriented. If you're also given an assignment, I tell people it is not done until it is done. Sometimes you may tell in your office, write a letter. What is the objective of writing that letter? It's not for you. The objective is not for it to be written and be left in the system. The objective is for it to get to the destination. So sometimes you say, what's that letter? You say, I've done it, sir. I've done it, ma. But the truth about it, you have not done it. It's not done until it is done. Until it gets to where it's supposed to go. The objective of that instruction to do the letter is not for you to just type it and leave it in the system. It will achieve nothing there. It's as good as not even doing it. Then it's also not about the amount of time you put in it. It is the way you spend the time on the work. You need to get it done. Another key commandment is that you must be reliable. This includes being reliable to members of your team as well as your clients and professional colleagues. Are you someone that your boss or your colleague can call at any time and you will ensure that the work is done? Are you one that once you leave the office, you do not even bother picking up calls? And I'm telling you, these are real life experiences, and I'm sure some of you may be guilty. So just question yourself, are you one of those persons that when you open the door and you close the door, no matter the call, no matter the urgency, are you one of those persons that at the end of the day, when you get to as early as 7:30, 8 o'clock, you put your phone on Do Not Disturb? Are you one of those persons that have a special phone for your colleagues at work so that you can dump it and just be doing your thing on your other phone till Monday morning again? So you have to build some of these attributes over the years to also get to the top. Another quote that has also that I also hold on to dearly is also one by Martin Luther King. And I want us to think about it. It says, if a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep the streets just as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a great street sweeper who did the job well. Just imagine somebody sweeping a street so well, and really the host of heaven pauses to say, yes, this man did well, even in that little that he was doing. So it's not just about, oh, I need to get to the top, I need to be the MD, I need to have the box, I need to have this. Start small. From that little that you are doing, do it so well, and you will get to the top. It's also very important that you build a network, invest in relationships. You cannot choose the family you were brought up in, but you can choose your friends. You may not be able to choose you cannot even choose the family. Nobody has control of where it comes from. But the people you move with, by building relationships, we have some of the top men in Nigeria today. They were not from any notable family. Let me ask, who is Dangote's father? Who was Dangote's father? So, yes, we have those that have taken that took advantage of their position from having a good background, used this as a platform, and took themselves to the next level. But we also have those that did not even use that platform. So, you must understand that yes, when you come from a family that already has a name, it is a foundation, but that is, at the end of the day, it depends on how you as a person will use it. You can destroy it, that name can be destroyed you can destroy that name. Meanwhile, you have somebody else who came from nothing that will be self-made and makes himself a name for himself. So it's all these things you have to constantly network right, meet the right people, build relationships, invest in people. You must also have mentors. I know a lot of us Gen Zs, we feel or we start having problem with people that we're supposed to submit ourselves to and get from their own wealth of knowledge and experience. We condemn them, we insult them, we are quick to go online to abuse them, rather than looking at the good attributes of them, in them, and learning from it. Some people may be older than you, some mentors may be older than you, some may be younger. The younger ones, is by divine providence, the ones that are younger than you, divine providence, they've gone ahead of you, they've passed that path. What do? They can hold your hands. So the journey that took them maybe 20 years, because they are holding your hand, you may go on that journey for 10 years. It's like someone who is going to Ibadan for the first time. It may take him 1.5 hours or 2 hours because he doesn't know the potholes, the bumps, and all that. So he meets those things every time as a surprise. But by the time he goes there 2, 3, 4 times, he knows where he will accelerate. He knows where. Just a lot of us, we know I'm sure a lot of us even know the potholes and the bumps on our streets or the roads to our houses. So you can even, if you are not taking somebody there, you are going to guide the person. Oh, when you get to that junction, that is the place that there's a big ditch. Don't go to the left extreme, or go to the right, or when you go to the right, when you get to one other junction, go to the left. That is what mentorship is all about. So the role of a mentor is paramount in unlocking your true potential. Mentors see some things that you may not see. Mentors see some things that you may not see. Mentors are more than just advisors. They inspire,
They motivate and empower you to achieve your goals and aspirations. They hold your hand. Now, you must also define your personal brand, both offline and online. And even, how do people assess you? How do people see you? There are some people we see, even, and we don't take them seriously. There are some people we see, and we take them seriously. How have you built a brand for yourself? You have to choose a personal brand and channel your focus on building that brand. And you must also be consistent. If you are a professional, unfortunately, the slide out, there was a picture I would have loved to show. But if you're a professional, you're on your LinkedIn page, and your LinkedIn is a professional network, why should you have a picture when you are taking maybe champagne? Some people don't know what that destroys you. But you see somebody who has a headshot with a white background. Who will you pick if you're supposed to choose between both of them? Definitely one who has you see seriousness. So it's very important. Another point also is that in life, loyalty is key. Loyalty is key. Everybody wants somebody they can trust. Loyalty is key. As a professional who intends to stand out, you cannot afford to be disloyal to your employers, employees, or clients. Never forget that the world is small, or the world is smaller than you think. I will give 2 things happened over the weekend. A law schoolmate calls me, and we're talking. And my law schoolmate said, "Oh, I am in so place. Let me call you back." So she called my name over the phone. And somebody said, then the person that was by her side said, I think I know that name. Oh. This person I'm talking to is not even in Nigeria. Says, "Oh, I think I know that name." Oh. And he said, ask him, did he go to social secondary school? I said, yes. This is a classmate of mine of JSS1. Since I left that school in JSS1, I have not seen her. But just the mention of my name, somebody by the side, I'm talking to my law schoolmate, somebody by her side hears when she calls out my name, and they say, "Sorry, did that person go to social school?" Ask him. I left that school 1995, 1996. That's also reputation. If it was something negative, that is how it will spread. The person is not the 2 of them are not in Nigeria. As if that is not enough, last weekend I was conferred with a distinguished alumni award by University of Benin. So some of my friends put up my picture. And another person just reached out. How do you know him? Says, "Oh, he's actually my lawyer." 2 people that I did not even believe that we ever have any form of connection. That is how your good name or your bad name will also spread. So the world is smaller than you think, particularly in these days of technology. Disloyalty is common with but not limited to employees. And as an employee, loyalty implies your commitment to reliable performance of your duties, regardless of temporary difficulties at work. A loyal employee identifies himself or herself with the goals, vision, and values of the organization, and the reliable performance of duties and and actions for mutual benefit. Now, when you are working in a place, you have to align yourself to the vision of that place. Don't sit down there and don't be the center of gossip. Don't be the one that all you are looking is how that business is going to fall or collapse. Even when you have to leave an employment, a lot of people will just leave, just abandon. They just, to hell with them. I'm done. I've gotten a better offer. 5 years, 2 years, 3 years down the line, you are moving to another place. They're asking for reference. You can't go back. Even though I'm not Yoruba, but there's one Yoruba parable that says when you are going out of the door, don't bang the door because you will need that door to come back. So you have to ensure that you do not burn bridges. A lot of people, when they want to, some people want to jackpot, and because the day they just get the visa, they are so excited that I don't give a hoot again. You now go, you have abandoned the place you are working, no notice, nothing. God now blesses you wherever you go to. They ask you, oh, you are working in so place. You say, yes. Where's the reference? You now cannot even go back for reference. So let us always be loyal. Also, don't let us not have that entitlement spirit. They must do it for me. I must get this thing from them. I'm entitled to it. No. Let us try not to have that entitlement spirit or mindset. Another important thing is that we should never stop learning. With technology, we can learn and continue to improve ourselves. Also with technology and advancement of the electronic space, we have to continuously read and enrich ourselves, because they say knowledge is power. We must also not give up. The road can be bumpy, the road can be rough. It can never be smooth all through. But don't give up. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it. If you give up, you don't have a chance. If you don't give up, you have a chance. I remember there's one popular quote when a lot of you guys are young, but I remember when the late Chuckwudi, when he was impeached as Senate president, he says, a man may rise and fall several times, but when you fall, dust yourself, pick up and run. So you may have challenges. It could be your background, it could just be some disappointments here and there, but never give up. If you don't give up, you still have a chance. Above all, it's important that we always put God first in everything we do. And I know He will always bless our efforts. So, as we live here today, it's important that we dare to be different, we dare to climb higher, we dare to pursue excellence, we dare the impossible, we dare to stand tall, we dare to stand out, and we dare to attain that which only few can attain in life. Thank you.